Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back. We are doing another ranking today. Very excited. Y'all know I love filming these videos. So I don't know if you've seen it before, if this is like your first one. Today I'm going to be ranking all of the Frankie Stein dolls from Monster High. All of the ones pre-2022. I'm not counting the Haute Couture or anything further than that. Just like the actual kind of original set of releases for her. I've already done Draculaura and Claudine. Those were super fun. You guys seem to like them. So, mutually beneficial relationship here, you know, like I like making it, you like watching it, we're just gonna keep going. I think I've said in comments before, but I don't know if I've said in an actual video, but I do plan on at least doing like the set of the original ghouls, depending on how much you guys want me to keep doing this after seeing that many of these ranking videos. I'm happy to keep doing other characters, like I could do this all day, but I want to make sure you guys are also entertained. So yeah, definitely still going to be doing Ghoulia, Laguna, and Cleo. I might do Deuce as well, and then we'll kind of go from there, see whether y'all are bored of this yet or not. So just let me know, I guess, if you get tired of seeing these. But yeah, we are doing Frankie today. Just like as always, this is just my personal opinion. If you disagree with the ranking, that's fine. I'm happy to hear from you in the comments what your kind of opinions are on all of these dolls. I love talking with you guys about it, but just it's not personal. If we disagree, I have opinions, and they're usually weird. That's kind of my experience, especially with Frankie. Like, extra disclaimer here, I don't know why I never really liked her. I never hated her. I was never like, these dolls are terrible, I hate all of them. Like, I never hated her or her dolls, but I just definitely never felt connected to her at all. Like, I never liked her dolls more than any other dolls, so this one I'm probably going to be ranking kind of lower than normal. And again, that's not because she's bad, it's just because like I never got the Frankie hype. So I did want to say that. It's not personal, especially with Frankie. I don't know, I'm just a weird person and I never got her. So with that, we are going to go ahead and get started here. I do want to go over my tiers that I use. I go for perfect, good but not for me, for dolls that I know are good, but I just don't like. Then we have mediocre, bad but it gets worse, and burn it. I'm going to be a little bit more liberal just because I know that realistically there's like maybe one or two Frankie dolls that I would personally put in perfect. But I feel like that's a little unfair, so I'm going to be a little more liberal and be like a little more generous, I guess, with my rankings this time to try to keep it fair. I'm trying to like get rid of the complete bias that I have. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, you know? Yeah, so first one we have here is Photo Booth Ghouls Frankie. She, I'm sure you can tell, was a reboot doll, but I do think for a reboot doll, she's pretty solid, you know, like, that could be a lot worse for a reboot doll. I'm actually going to put her in good but not for me. I think she's above mediocre. I like her dress, I like the metallics. I think if this weren't a reboot doll, people would like it more. I think it's just like kind of the face mold really brings it down. So I don't want to judge her too harshly for that. Then we've got the Wave 2 Frankie. This one, I'm on the wrong layer. Sorry, y'all. I'm not together today. This one, Wave 2 Frankie. I do think she's, like, objectively good design-wise. I like all the silver and blue. I think she's got kind of more of a gentle color scheme than some other Frankie dolls. I do especially like her mismatched legging legs. I think that's cute. I'm gonna put her in good, because I do think she's better than the other dolls. So, like, she deserves to rank up. But, you know, I'm just so biased. I'm sorry. Then we've got Science Class. Who is this with? Draculaura. Okay, so this was originally with Draculaura, but obviously we are just ranking Frankie here. Oh, I'm really sorry, but I guess I'm gonna put her in mediocre. Because the glasses are cool, I like the green lips, the boots, and the leggings are fine. I just think that, like, lab coat, heavy quotations, I think that's pretty terrible. Next up, we've got Voltageous Hair. Sorry, I want to try and zoom in on these before I rank, but I'm, like, gonna forget, so pardon me. I'm gonna try to remember to do that. Yeah, Voltageous Hair. This is gonna go in bad, but it gets worse. I get that it's a hair gimmick. But the hair is unexciting even, and the dress is unexciting, but unfortunately it does get significantly worse. So there's that. Then we've got Swim Class and then Swimsuit. Swimsuit is horribly, like, blurry, the picture that I could find. Doesn't matter because it's a trash doll anyway. We'll go ahead and get that one out of the way first. Surprise! This one, oh my god, I'm on the wrong layer again. Ah! Swimsuit goes in Burn It. Terrible, terrible. All of the swimsuit line for all of these rankings are going to go in Burn It. Spoiler alert. Like, I'm sure no one's surprised by that. The swimsuit, however, significantly better. Or this is swim class. Oh my god, I just got the lines mixed up. Swim class, significantly better. I actually really like most of the swim class line. I'm going to put this one in good. Again, I like, you know, the bolts. I think the yellow is cool for Frankie. I just also still probably wouldn't buy it, so like I feel like it's hard to rank it as perfect. Then we've got Sweet Screams. If you've seen any of these videos before, you know that I don't really gravitate towards sweet themed dolls, which makes me feel really bad because this is very well designed. So I know that most of you would probably put her in perfect, but I'm gonna put her in good. I'm sorry. I don't get the sweets themes. Sweet 1600, however, is maybe one of my favorite Frankies. But I still don't love her. Ah, this is so hard. I'm so sorry to all my Frankie fans out there because I don't get it. I do love the tinsel in her hair. I know that's like controversial for some people, but I think the tinsel is so fun and sparkly. Her lightning bolt bag is super cute. Always with the mismatched shoes. She's got me with that. I'm still just going to put it in good. I'm really sorry. Frankly, if I wouldn't purchase a doll, I can't justify putting it in perfect, even if I'm trying to be nice, and I still wouldn't buy that doll. Like, I didn't buy that doll, and I wouldn't go looking for her now. I'm so sorry. Then we've got the Sleepover Frankie. Also not a fan of sleepover dolls. I've said that several times on this channel, so already got that going against her. But I'm forgetting to zoom in again. I'm sorry, y'all. I just think that even compared to other, like, pajama or sleepover themed dolls that Monster High has done, this isn't that great. I'm gonna put this in bad, but it gets worse, honestly. Because I feel like her dress gives more zigzag than it does, like, lightning bolts. I don't think it's giving what it's supposed to be giving. So, next up we've got Roller Maze. I feel like this is genuinely just so boring. Like, her dress has got the bolts on it, which that's kind of cool. Obviously for Frankie, the skates with the different colored wheels are cool, but there's no real painting to like the laces on the skates or anything. The knee pads are boring, and the helmet especially. Like, at least like I know Ghoulia's was a brain, which fits with her because she's a zombie. Like, at least that's on theme. This is just plain and super boring. I'm gonna put this in bad, but it gets worse. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna be apologizing a lot this video. I already know that. Because I really don't like these. Ah! Okay, these next two on the left, we have got Locker Room, and then we have got on the right Science Class, which this is again like another science class themed one that they did for Frankie, which is weird. Looking at the Locker Room one first, though, I actually think this is cute. I like all the accessories she comes with. She actually had like a whole set, not pictured because I wanted to zoom in on the doll. But I love the headband, and the middle part for her I think looks really good. Here especially, like I feel like she has that a lot, but here especially I just think it looks nice. However, the fashions are like just basic. Like, it's just a kind of sporty design. It's not Frankie specific. I'm gonna put this in good, but not for me. Because I actually do think it's a really solid design. I just wish that it was more Frankie, you know? As for Science Class, I think that the printed on lab coat is somehow even more egregious than the last one. So I'm gonna put this in bad, but it gets worse. We have to get like one perfect. Like, there's gotta be one perfect, right? Oh my god. Okay, Skull Shores, and then the black and white version of Skull Shores for Frankie. This is fine. I actually, unlike with Claudine, where Claudine I really, really love her with short hair, I don't like Frankie as much with the short hair. I don't know, it's just less of a vibe for me. But I do know that people like this doll. Like, I'm aware of that fact. I do think the swimsuit is like a fun shape. The translucent heels, I'm always a big fan of. I'm gonna put her in good. I think I'm gonna put her in good. Because I know that I'm gonna put the black and white version in good, but not for me. I didn't get this. Like, I think the modern example for me would be Shadow High. I love Rainbow High. I enjoyed Shadow High, but I would have enjoyed it more, I'm sure, if they had, like, some color to them. I just don't get the black and white dolls. I prefer to have the dolls that have some color. I don't really like the grayscale. But, again, like, I know people liked it, so that's how it's going. Then we have got, okay, Scarus on the left here, and then I can't remember... School Spirit, that's the one on the right. Okay. So, Scarus... This might be an unpopular opinion, I'm not really sure. I do love her boots, I'll give her that. But I think her outfit looks honestly terrible. I'm gonna put this in bad, but it gets worse. Like, I think that was a really, really bad design for Frankie, in my opinion. School Spirit, though, shockingly, I think this is really, really cute. Like, she's a reboot doll, so she's got a little less detail than I would like to have seen, but I love the glasses for Frankie are so precious. I think the hair bow looks great. The shorts... super, super cute. Like, obviously I would love more detail, but I actually like this doll more than some other ones that I've put in good. I'm gonna put it in good, though, because, like, I know it's not perfect, you know, it's not perfect, but I think if that had been executed, that look had been executed pre-reboot, that would have been phenomenal. Okay, Scarily Ever After. This one probably is my favorite Frankie doll. This one is going in perfect. Amazing, we finally got there. I love this. I think the Threadarella was so beautiful. The dress is so interesting. The way that it has got, like, the drapery and then the fishnetting. This is such a good doll. The whole Scarily Ever After line was honestly flawless and perfect, and I wish they had done more. So yeah, she's going in perfect. She might end up being alone, but we've got a perfect Frankie doll, which makes me feel better. Okay, then we've got Picture Day and Power Ghoul. Okay, Picture Day on the left here. Thankfully, we actually have another good one. I also thought this was a really, really good look for Frankie. I think maybe I just like the pops of yellow. I said that about Draculaura too. I think I just really like yellow. I've never thought about it as, like, my favorite color, but I think I might really like yellow. Then we've got the Power Ghouls on the right here. So, sticking with... I just erased her. My bad. Sticking with Picture Day Frankie for a second here. I think I'm gonna put her in good. She's not quite perfect to me, but she's pretty darn good. She's cute. Power Ghouls, I just never really liked the superhero line. I'm sorry. I'm so picky with my dolls. This series is making me realize how picky I am, and I feel so irritating. Oh my god. But yeah, like, it's a perfectly good design. Objectively, I think it is well executed and cool, but I don't like it, and this is my ranking, so I'm going to put it in good, but not for me. Then we have got Picnic Casket. This is 2-pack here with Jackson Jekyll. It's kind of weird. I kind of feel like this doesn't look like Frankie's vibe. Like, it is a nice design, but I don't know, especially the collar. I can't remember what that's called. But that particular collar, I cannot imagine. It just doesn't feel like it goes with Frankie. I don't really know. Maybe I'm crazy and completely misreading her, but I didn't really love this. I'm gonna put it in mediocre. I don't know how other people felt about that, so... Then we have the original. Please don't come for me. I just don't feel any sort of way about her. That's why I didn't get her as from the reproduction. I just don't get it. I'm sorry. She's going in good though, because I know she's iconic. I just don't get it. So, Monster Family. If you've seen either of my previous 2 videos in this series, you know that I despise this line with a passion. It's pretty much just straight garbage. This goes in Burn It. At least this is only, though, the second Frankie so far that goes in Burn It. Like, I told you, I don't hate her. I just don't get it. So this was a lots of looks Frankie doll that did come with extra fashions, but this was the stock photo that I had, so this is what I'm judging her on, and I am judging her poorly. There's so much blue. It's like swallowing her whole. It is literally from neck to toe. Way too much of the exact same color of blue. Like, you could break it up, you can make it more interesting. People wear monochromatic looks all the time, and it can look amazing. Like, I literally collect rainbow high dolls. I can't complain about a monochromatic look. But this is it done very poorly. And also the, like, weird bubble skirt I don't think looks good on her. She also had a bubble skirt for her Sweet 1600 look, but it was significantly better. This is Terrible. I'm actually going to put that in Burn It too. I really hate that. Then we've got Ice Scream and Killer Style. Ice Scream, same kind of sort of theme as Sweet Screams, except it's ice cream, not just general sweets, except executed terribly. This goes in Burn It, just like all of the other ones from this line. I literally said, hey, we don't have that many in Burn It, and then just kept putting them in there. I'm something else. Then we have Killer Style. This I actually think is not that bad. I love the like Converse heels for her. I'm a sucker for Converse. I think the underbust sort of shirt is very funky and fun for her. It's just something I don't think we saw Frankie in a ton. So I kind of like that. I'm going to put her in good but not for me. Like, I definitely wouldn't purchase her, but I can objectively see good design aspects. Then we've got I Love Fashion, and this one is another killer Frankie for me. I'm going to put this one in perfect. Woo! We've got more perfect for Frankie. Like, I just love that. I think that the more like heavily saturated black in her bump, instead of it being streaks, I think having the pure black and then also the pure black kind of as the underlayer of her hair looks so good. It is so striking. The dark makeup on her eyes and lips looks so good. The yellow, again, I'm a sucker for the yellow and the red. It's like we got the yellow and the red in the same doll. I love it. The little tie. Oh, this is a really good doll. This is a really good one. There we go. We're not alone and perfect anymore. Then both of these dolls were like some form of How Do You Boo. They were slightly different lines, but like I had to group them together for layer purposes, and also they're both garbage anyway. Spoiler alert, they're both gonna go and Burn It. Sorry. They just look so bad. Like this, I feel like most How Do You Do or How Do You Boo dolls were just really bad. Like, at least the one on the left has got some patching in her dress that is kind of reminiscent of Frankie. But, like, I hate both of them. There's an awfully suspicious number in Burn It now. I take back everything I said before. Especially given that Great Scary Reef is up next. What breaks my heart about this is that she's supposed to be kind of, like, Electric Eel inspired, which is such a cool idea, an Electric Eel mermaid. That's such a fun idea. Obviously, it fits with Frankie's theme. This, in concept, could have been so cool. Like, this could have been such an awesome doll. And the execution was just a complete flop. However, she does have cool hair. I like the concept. She's got a belt. Good accessories. Like, we literally have to be, like, excited over accessories when comparing to some of the reboot dolls. So I'm actually going to put her in bad, but it gets worse. I really wish we could have seen a better execution of the Electric Eel concept, because I think that's so fun. Next up, we've got Ghouls Rule and Gloom Beach. Ghouls Rule, this is an excellent Frankie. Very, like, Bride of Frankenstein kind of inspired. I think that looks so, so fun. Would I purchase her? No. She's gonna go in good. I'm sorry. I wouldn't buy her, but, like, objectively, that's a really cool design. Maybe part of the reason I didn't like Frankie that much is because I also never really liked Frankenstein. Like, if you think about other monsters that the original ghouls were inspired by, I like all kinds of sea creatures, so Laguna makes sense. I like vampires. I've always been interested in, like, Egyptian history, so Cleo makes sense. Maybe that was why I didn't like Frankie, is I just didn't like Frankenstein, so, like, we were already off to a bad start. But yeah, we're putting her in good. And then Gloom Beach, I just, like, especially when you compare it to Skull Shores, this feels very boring. I don't love it. I like her shoes a lot, but the rest of it, like the whole swimsuit and the cover-up, seems really mediocre. That's what she's going with. Next up, we've got Ghouls, Beast, Pets. It's not stellar. It's not the worst thing we've seen, but it's not great. So it's going in bad, but it gets worse. Next up, we've got Ghoul Spirit and then Ghouls Alive. Ghoul Spirit on the left here. Again, like, it's not a terrible doll. It's just kind of boring. She's going to mediocre. Like, she's just Monster High School Spirit. There's nothing, like, terribly Frankie about that. Ghouls Alive, terrifying. I cut off some of her shoes. Oh my god. I cut off some of Ghoul Spirit's shoes. Oopsies. Anyway, Ghouls Alive. It's a worse version of her original dress. Her forehead is staring at me. I don't know, this one gives like haunted doll vibes, and I don't mess with that stuff. Like, I fully believe in the supernatural, and I'm not messing around with that nonsense, so she can go strictly mediocre because her dress is cute, but like, you would not catch me buying that doll with a 10-foot pole. Next up, we've got Geek Shriek and Ghostbusters. Geek Shriek, as much as I love the glasses for Frankie, these are bad glasses. I'm sorry. This is like comically bad glasses. Her dress is fine. I'm I'm gonna put her in bad, but it gets worse. I'm sorry, I can't stop staring at those glasses. Ghostbusters, though, I don't even know anything about Ghostbusters. I've never seen any of the movies. I don't even know if it was a show. Like, I literally know nothing about Ghostbusters except that, like, people sing the theme song. This is so cute. This is so cute. I love this. This one is going in good. Because, like, again, I wouldn't buy it. I don't know anything about Ghostbusters, but I can accept that that's a sick design. The Freaky Fusion Recharge Chamber. Not really a fan of her dress. I think that they were going for more realistic lightning bolts than usual, but instead it kind of just looks like silly string got sprayed on her, especially with the colors that they were using. And I think that the blue and yellow, the blue and yellow hair is really actually not doing her any favors. She's going in bad, but it gets worse. I feel like I'm gonna get a ton of, like, Frankie Stans in the comments who are just really mad at me, and I'm so sorry. Forging onward, though, this is from the Freaky Fusion line, but it's not a fusion. This is just Claudine-inspired Frankie? Like, Frankie was inspired to dress up like Claudine, which, poorly executed. Like, that's all I have to say. I know that the ears, like, popped off, and I think the fangs might have popped out of her mouth, too. Like, Claudine did it better. I'm really sorry. This is going in bad, but it gets worse. Freak de Chic. So if you guys have been following me for a while, you might know that I loved this line. I have almost the entire line in my collection because I thought it was so fun. The circus theme, obsessed with it, right up my alley. However, this is not my favorite from the line. She's one of the ones that I don't have because, like, she's fine. I do like her dress. I don't get the Frankie hype. I'm sorry. I'm literally screaming almost because I just don't get it, and I wish I did, but she's going in good. I'm so sorry. Oh wow, this is a big picture. Okay. This was a, like, whole doll case, as you can see. I think she also at one point was released on her own, but of course I chose the picture with the whole case for literally what? I feel like this is very similar to other Frankie styles that we've seen in the past, but just, like, somehow less exciting. She's going in mediocre. Like, she's okay, but let me just erase all of this extra nonsense. Why? Why did I do that? Anyway, Emoji is up next. No. That's all I have to say about that. No, and goes in burn it. This one was from the Designer Boutique line, and she also came with extra fashions, but just like with the other one that did, I'm just judging her on the stock photo that I had access to, and I'm not super impressed. Very boring, very plain, very unexciting. Like, no. I'm going bad, but it gets worse. Like, you can have extra fashions in, like, a design case, but at least make the fashions interesting. Next up, we've got on the left here, Dead Tired. Once again, never really a sleepover sort of theme fan. It's going in mediocre. She sure is wearing clothes. Then Electrified. Oh, Frankie, I feel like the world owes this doll an apology. This is so bad. It's going in burn it. I'm sorry. Next up we have Day to Night. I'm so confused by this doll. Like, she's got kind of a little vest thing that is giving me very, like, old school Avril Lavigne punk vibes. She's got, like, a head circlet made of bolts which I kind of like, but it doesn't feel like it goes with the rest of her clothes. I have no idea what's happening with her skirt. Honestly, I'm going to put her in mediocre. Because somebody designed that. Like, somebody tried. I gotta give them credit for that. Then on the left, we've got comic book. Don't like it. The zaps and everything, though, I mean, I guess are appropriate for Frankie. It goes in bad, but it gets worse. Dawn of the Dance. Please don't hate me. But I'm gonna put it in good, but not for me. I just... like, I know people like it. I just really don't. I think that the pink doesn't go as well with Frankie as the red does, that she's sometimes accented with. I don't know. Next up is Classroom and Coffin Bean. Classroom, I honestly think is so fun. I don't like the apron. I'm assuming she's in like a home economics or home ec class. Haha, I remembered the pun. I'm sorry, I just need to take a second to be like embarrassed at myself for that. What was that? It would be so funny to not edit that out, but also, like, disgusting. Anyway, I'm sure she was in home ec class for this. But I don't love the apron. However, those tights that she's got, stunning. This is going in good. As for the Coffin Bean, she looks like she needed that coffee to get dressed. You know, like, she looks like she could have used it before she got to it. I'm being so mean. I'm gonna put, I can't even talk! I'm in such a silly mood today. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm gonna put her in mediocre, though. Next up, we've got the Bolton bike. The bike's kind of cool, you know, like, it's fine. The helmet is weirdly more exciting than the roller maze, even though this is a reboot, so I would have expected less. Her romper is quite boring, but at the same time, I actually like that she's in a romper. Like, I think that that's very fun. And the cut, at least, is nice. It's sad that, like, that's all she has, but it's cute. I'm gonna put her in mediocre. We're almost there. Okay, 3 more. So we've got the 2015 basic on the left here. I don't feel like this is terrible. I am not obsessed with the tie necklace. That's surely a choice. But, like, it didn't need to be a choice. That being said, though, I do like the fishnet overlay on her top, but I do think it's all sewn into the same dress. I'm gonna put a mediocre, sorry. And then the black and white Frankie, again, I'm just not really a huge stan of the black and white grayscale. I would prefer the color. So, she's going in good but not for me, just like the black and white Skull Shores edition. And then lastly, we have 13 Wishes. I really want to like this. It's got the sparkles, the metallic, the gold, like all of the things that attract my little eyes, where it's like, ooh, shiny. It has all of that, but I just don't like Frankie that much. So it's gonna go in good. I feel like this video was a travesty for anyone who's a Frankie fan. Like, obviously, Frankie fans are gonna click on this because I'm, like, ranking the Frankie dolls. But I feel so bad! This is the ranking! I really am sorry if you're a huge Frankie fan. I understand if you need to get mad at me down in the comments, like, I do get it. That's all I have to say. Like, that's all I got. I apologize profusely for being the way that I am. I don't know why this video was, like, so funny to me. I think I just feel so ridiculous about my opinions in this one specifically. So I hope it was at least fun for you guys. Please do let me know in the comments why you disagree with me. I'm not even going to say if you disagree with me. I'm just going to ask why, because, like, maybe someone can convince me to change my mind, because I feel so guilty for doing Frankie dirty like this, but here I am. So yeah, I hope this video was at least entertaining for you guys. It obviously was for me. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or your night or whatever it might be, and I will catch you next week in the next one. Bye, guys!